Edward Lee. Fantastic, in which case, whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Frank Gawthrop. I'm Secretary of the South Petersfield Residents Association. Our organisation represents the streets between basically Station Road and Mill Road. At our AGM in the summer, 70 residents attended and elected an officers and a committee. The committee haven't discussed the issue of the Catholic Church Junction, but the officers have, hence that question. With a preliminary, which I also made to the Joint Assembly. The history of this junction is that some 10 years ago, the county spent £900,000 remodelling this junction. That's a lot of money. Subsequently, the GCP came back, as some of you may or may not remember, and proposed to close it entirely during peak hours to traffic apart from buses and taxis, so-called congestion control points. Perhaps I don't need to remind you what happened to that idea. Nevertheless, I think the thing I want to say to this organisation, this committee, is that there needs to be balance in the issue of cyclists versus motorists. And somehow, sometimes, this is not, in my view, and in the view of our members, actually carried through. The current junction works well. There's no data presented to you about why it should be remodeled. We're told that stakeholders, unspecified, want it changed. But I have to say that is a little vague. You also know that a lot of people in the city think that this has been introduced in a rather underhand way. That's unfortunate, Chair, that this was added after the consultation. That's not the way to treat the public. And I think there's a deal of concern, particularly on social media, about the way this has been done. But the real issue is the results of this proposal. Ban left and right turn. And the effect it will have on the residential streets, particularly in South Petersfield. Because interestingly, we don't think that traffic evaporates. I know Councillor Bajan once famously said traffic evaporates in the face of road restrictions, but I don't think that's true. The traffic will go round. It will specifically go round through Brooklands Avenue and via the small residential streets in South Petersfield. There'll be a lot of wrap around. So our question is, SOPRA notes that the new proposal for the Hills Road Catholic Church Junction has emerged post-consultation, which will have significant impacts on traffic flows on Brooklands Avenue and through South Petersfield between Hills Road and Mill Road. As part of the development of the final preliminary designs, para 10.2, we asked the GCP to engage directly with local residents associations, including SOPRA, Newtown Resident Associations, Accordia Resident Association, and others that are active in the vicinity of Hills Road and Brooklands Avenue to explore the trade-offs and potential alternatives and mitigations. Will the board support this request? And there's a second point, really, almost a supplementary. We'd like to draw the board members' attention to the fact that the draft new road classification for Cambridge omitted Station Road and Tennyson Road, even though these are heavily used routes to and from the Cambridge station. They're also used, along with other roads in South Petersfield, as wrap runs between Hills Road and Mill Road. These traffic flows need to be taken into account when considering banning turns at the Catholic Church Junction. Thank you, Chair. Bing?
Thank you,
Did
Frank.
I just make it? Just made it.
I think
Yeah, well
that
timed.
was
Thank
exactly
you.
the goal. So, Peter, would you like to answer that?